Namaste. Thank you for joining this satsang. God may always, always, always bless you all. There are many different experiences we have from different state of disharmony of the energies and of the soul. But there are not many type of harmonies. There is only one type of harmony, which is found in our own heart, in our own soul. And as we start coming to this true joy, we actually have started coming back to the harmony which is original in existence and which is original in our existence also. And then we don't need to solve the problems, because those problems are caused by disharmony, not by lack of understandings or anything like this about life or anything. Because the individual self can never really understand what is life and how to deal with it. Ultimately, it cannot actually. And the harmonious heart does not need to understand it. It already knows somehow the right. It has a right connection in a way, right connectedness with the wholeness, like this. Like where at the right time, right move happens from us, and at the right time we choose not to move also, you see, like this. So I just felt like how important harmony is, and why we want to know the truth of who we are or live the truth of who we are. Basically, living the truth of who we are is coming in touch with that harmony, and which leads us further to know the truth of who we are, like true knowing, like this. But all the understanding of everything that we have collected so far as is in the mind, the soul has collected, is causing us a lot of trouble, because it is giving us the belief that I know this, I know that, or life is like this and life is like that, and it is just causing confusions actually, not letting us see the reality, or not letting us realize the reality of who we are also. Just an example may open your eyes actually, somebody's eyes right now even. When you are unhappy, let's say in life, for something, whatever it is, there is a possibility that there is an actual problem in the body-mind level, in the practical life level. But that unhappiness, who is experiencing it, if this one can turn towards itself, let's say it can do heart breathing and can come back to the heart, it will suddenly find that unhappiness is not there anymore. It will find that I am experiencing joy. What is this? There is a problem in my life and I am experiencing joy. It is so immediate. But somehow we are totally not living, continuously not living our own joy, which is all the time present, and continuously trying to fix life. Life cannot be fixed in that way, and life is already fixed in one another way. Like life is not cannot be fixed in the personal way as we are trying to fix it. It will always look less complete. Life can be fixed in the natural way, in the way of natural treatment or something, like that. In the existential way, life can be fixed, not can be fixed or being fixed or will be fixed. That's why it is said that living the truth of who we are is the greatest contribution to life, greatest service to life also. Because we are adding something which is needed so much. We are adding harmony to this pool of disharmony, where mostly people are living from the disharmonious state. It is really the greatest service, I feel, which we are doing also right now, by the way. So it's very nice, thank you. I just thought to mention this. We can talk now, Nishant.
Thank you very much, Rajee. Thank you for the opportunity. I would like to do an exploration with you. So this is about the doer, the being, and sleep. So I would like to start this way. Typically when the question comes, no, who I am, the answer is the doer. Me also. It was like this. No, I do this, I do that. I'm just like this, the doer. Yeah. Then I would say, and now being in satsang, that the answer to the question who I am now has changed. I would say, yeah, it is more like a sense of being, and where this being itself is the doing of something else, like this, yeah. Particularly in satsang, it feels like this. Yeah. So now, so from here, there is the body and the other bodies, which is in contact with reality. Also, life happens. Life happens this way. Yeah. So from this perspective, life itself is a doing, like an unfolding, an unfolding. Yeah. And from this perspective, perhaps, sleep can be described that, it appears that the doer is doing the doing, but it's always a millisecond late. Am I clear?
About the sleep part, I'm not clear. Sleep means you're not talking about the actual physical sleep. You're talking about the spiritual sleep.
So the sleep of the doer. So I'm coming back to the doer state now. And there the sleep can be, so the doer has got this experience that I'm doing everything, no?
Ha ha ha.
But perhaps
Understood,
it can be
understood.
said that it's, yeah, like this. Maybe you can share
I
now.
can very quickly share, like, what is my view here is that there in the body mind, meaning this in this form, in the body mind, it is the uh, i- body mind. Definitely, you will know that energies are doing this work that we are doing, no, right now. Any work at any point of time. When the energies are doing the work, body mind is doing the work, what soul is doing that time? Either soul will be knowing, like as you said, I feel when I inquire that who I am, then I feel I'm more like a being. In a way, who is doing? This in a way who is doing is also important because the soul is in a way contributing by intention, by permission also, that it is allowed, this action is allowed to be the way it is flowing. I'm okay with it. No? So in this state where you are right now, this is the view. And then what is the previous state, what we call ego state, where the soul takes itself to be the doer and does not know who I am. That state is where you are saying you go sometime, you slip into sometime. Where what happens is that the soul has a default way or default home. That default home is the sleep or some kind of dreaming about of the soul about itself. During this time when soul believes that I am the doer, still it is soul only plus the energy is doing any task. The truth remains same. Truth does not change. It is just the knowledge or the declaration of the self, soul becomes different. That in one version, soul is saying that I am the doer, which means soul is not knowing that I am the being. And because of that, soul will not know the truth of the energies also. And because of that, soul will not able to get the maximum out of energies and life also. So knowing the truth of who we are is not really giving up life, but it is more coming back into life. No? While the sense of doer is there or given value, that time soul is doing two things. One, doing the task, doing the activity of life, and maintaining a dream of being the doer of it. Both. And now you are saying that dream only rarely it happens that I just slip into it sometime. So in the energy there are ready-made responses. Some we can call it muscle memory, we can call reflexes or anything. They are ready-made. Like as you start intention from inside, so they start doing things. Like mind start preparing, feelings start preparing, emotions and physical body, they all everything start preparing and start doing things, rearranging things accordingly. That's why if you sit quietly and do nothing, just sitting meditation, that time if your body mind is doing anything, your body mind is basically out of your control. No? And you must know this so that you can wake up and so that it can come back in your control. Energies will flow during this time when you will be just sitting and not doing anything. Energies will flow because they they live, they survive, or they exist by flow. They are not the self which can exist without moving. No, the energies live or exist only by moving. The more they are moving, the more healthier they are. No, the more alive they are. No, but if you are just sitting and not doing anything in the meditation, and still your body mind is actually doing something like a action out of it, then it is out of control. No? That time we should ask who is doing it. Then, if I have decided to just sit and do nothing, who is doing these things inside me? This who is the misunderstanding we have, no, about who we are. Like when you are thinking, for example, is it not the being who thinks? But is it really the being itself thinking? Not really. It is the mind thinking on behalf of being in a way, with the permission, with the approval of the being in one sense, knowingly or unknowingly, no? Isn't it? Then can you, the being, when aware of this fact, say that I don't know who is thinking? No, you know who is thinking. There is no who. Thinking is a process happening in the witness, in the presence of the being that you are. No? And you have a possibility of interrupting it. That no, this is not good. When we say who I am, we actually interrupt the thinking process altogether. The whole thinking process is interrupted. No? All of it in one go, like the whole process is disturbed in a way, in a beautiful way. No? Because it's not a question about what to think or what to not. It's about who is thinking in the first place. No? Who I am basically is who is thinking, first of all. Then who is feeling or experiencing. And then third is who is being. Who is being. Who is this who is being, who is just here? No? Third level. So Nishant, what do you feel?
Absolutely, Rajee. Yes, completely. I completely agree with what you said. You can see. Thank you so much.
Anything else?
Yeah, just one thing I would like to just clarify. You talked about the being allowing the actions to happen, no? Can that be said is what is like harmony? Is allowing leads to harmony or results in harmony? Can it be said like this?
If we are living in the being, in the awareness of the being, like we are aware that I am the being, then yes. Then what is allowed through the being is only going to add to harmony. No? Because being does not allow disharmony at all. Because being does not accept the state of body mind. It enforces its own way from inside to outside. No? And whatever comes in the way, either surrender or get killed. It's like this. There is no fighting. There is no one-to-one fighting for the soul ever. Oh, there is an ego and fighting with me. What to do? Either surrender or get killed. Like either join me or out of my way forever. And this is one surprising thing we found, that as long as we are fighting with the ego, as long as we are thinking that there is a ego very strong and it's kind of trying to conquer me, we are not living as the soul right now. As soon as we start living as the soul, actually, it is said, in many beautiful different teachers have said like this, that the mind or ego comes folded hands to surrender itself to you. That can I join you please? Can I serve you please? Like this. What ego fighting with us? No, it's our own dividedness fighting with each other. Soul has no opposite, no opponent. It has no opponent. What it will fight with? You see? So soul is fighting with its own imagination of the self and of the ego. Like it is struggling in choosing one of them in a way. Like choose this, choose that, choose this, choose that, like this. And it says that my ego is fighting with myself and myself is fighting with my ego. Neither there is a self nor there is a ego. There is only a soul. No? So there is no self in the energies of body mind. And make sure that there is no self in the energies of body mind. Otherwise you will be in trouble. No? Let the self be in the self. Let the inspiration and flow be in the energies. You see what I mean? Then you will not experience any sense of doer ever. No? While the doing will be better and better. No? Unfolding of the doing will be more and more harmonious from inside to outside. No? You see? So I think it's very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Um, um, I thank you first of all for all those exercises and all the guidances, because in the last couple of weeks after the retreat, I could feel the difference inside in my life itself. I could feel.
I'm not able to hear you well.
So
Speak
with the
just a little louder.
guidances like the heart breathing and just sitting and seeing, it has actually helped me tremendously this time after the retreat. And every time I did it, and I could feel the shift slightly in my daily living. I was really thankful to you because it helped me so much. Especially the heart breathing. And yeah, so I wanted to thank you first for that. And my question was about self-inquiry. I want to do this once with you because gradually one thing has become clear, that this thing that you mentioned about point of view, it is true. I started to notice that it's merely whatever was happening, whatever I thought was me was really a point of view. There was no real solidity to it in anything that I thought that I was. It was merely. So I felt now when you gave this invitation of, or when you mentioned about self-inquiry, I have never done it seriously, like diligently and believing in it. And I felt if you can, like, the point of view now that it is clear, then who is really, what am I, who is this who's having, can all these point of views be dropped, and who am I really behind this point of view? So if I can do self-inquiry with you.
I cannot do self-inquiry with you like this. So it will be much more faster than this.
Okay.
Sorry, but I cannot do self-inquiry like this with you, because the thing is that as if you still have some idea about self-inquiry, even when you say I don't know what is self-inquiry. This is the strangeness of our mind, that our point of view does not leave us alone ever. Even when we say I have no point of view, or even when we say I'm now becoming aware that I have a point of view, is it realization or is it another point of view? This is the problem. So for me, self-inquiry will be very simple, but you need to be very immediate about it. Will you be able to be immediate? This is my question first.
I have it in my heart at least to do it. Today is the first time I have felt the need to do self-inquiry.
Sure.
So I'm ready for this.
Fine then. So first thing is, don't bring past. Don't include past, any type of past, when you respond. And be very alert about it, that our mind will try to mix it. If your mind is able to mix the past in your answers, then it will not work. Otherwise, it will. You know. So you can just simply start by answering right now, asking yourself, not literally asking, but I have asked, let's say already, who are you? You just answer me, answer to me. You know, it's as simple as this.
So at the moment, what comes to me is I am here, this person who's sitting here, and you are a person sitting there. That's all.
No, you are not this person who is sitting here. You are aware of being this person who is sitting here, right or wrong. What is bigger, that which you are aware of, or who is aware of it? What is higher?
The awareness of the
Yes.
person.
Not awareness. Who is aware of it? Not awareness. Awareness is the idea we have right now. Who is aware of it? Because self-inquiry is about a who, about the self, not about there's awareness of things. No, not like this. Maybe ultimately we will discover that I am the awareness. But we still need to go through this process of trying to find out what is the self here, no? So that this false self can be removed or exposed as false, no? So who is aware of being this individual? Is it not you? So now question who you are. Who is aware of it? Who is aware of all of it? An answer to me. So let all of your attention come back from the person who is sitting right now and to the one who is aware of it. And then let this awareness or attention be used to inquire, to look that, okay, I am the who or what I am. Like to check your quality, to check your nature. No? Like this. It's not about finding something in the mind. It's not about finding something in the view. It's about finding something in the seer. So you who is seeing or who is aware, look inside yourself, not in the view. You know, don't look in the view, but look in the seer that you are. No? Like what is my nature who is aware of it? What is my nature who is seeing it? No? Like this. So basically you can simply ignore everything which you are seeing or you are aware of. You can just simply ignore everything in the sense that it will not disappear, but you can just stop giving value to it. Like make it secondary. Make everything secondary which you are aware of, and make yourself primary who is aware of it. Like this, shift your focus of attention from what you are aware of to who is aware of it. And then answer to me who you are, who is aware. No, like this. What is your nature? Who means what is your nature? No? Not who means like a person or something, but what is your nature? No? Like this. So now this awareness will become internal. Your attention will become internal to the self who is aware. And then the truth of the of the self will be known by the self through this attention, which is becoming internal now, no? Like this. This is the main, you know, result in a way, or this is the main process of self-inquiry. Self-inquiry is not about thinking. Self-inquiry is not thinking at all. It has nothing to do with thinking about anything. And thinking can help us in the past, about the past. Thinking cannot help us about the present. That's why thinking or mind cannot help us in knowing the truth. Because truth is not in the past. Truth is immediately here, always here. Truth of who we are is always immediately here. So immediately approach, okay? And of course, our habit or orientation of being outward will kind of make it feel difficult, but it is not difficult really. It's like know well that I am seeing or I am aware. Know well that I am also there. Now be aware of yourself who is aware. or who is seeing. Just this much. It's just a simple shift from the seeing or the seen to the seer. And right now it is so simply possible because the higher power, the light of truth is helping us in a way here, no? And I know it is not easy. This is true. It's not easy. It's not easy because we have no acceptance for it. But today you are saying that I want to do it. So there is acceptance already. And that's a very good thing. Mind simply does not accept self-inquiry. It in every possible way tries to reject it because mind cannot survive if self-inquiry happens. Either mind or the self-inquiry will survive in our existence right now. Mind means ego mind, no? Either the ego or the self-inquiry right now. This is the choice we have right now. And if it feels difficult, to whom it feels difficult? Ask immediately. Even if it feels easy, hey, that's easy. Even this, to whom it is easy? Who is saying this is easy? Immediately catch the one who is saying it is easy. Who is this? What is this? Is it myself? And who I am, who is knowing it? You remain as a knower of everything, as that who is aware of everything. Don't mix with what you are aware of, what you are seeing. No? Don't go there. Always remain here. Don't go anywhere. Always remain here. Don't go there to know who you are. Always discover here by remaining here who you are. Because you don't need to go anywhere to be aware of anything. That is the deception created by the mind that we go somewhere. We don't go anywhere. We don't need to go anywhere also. Our attention also does not really go in one sense. It is spread like floodlight or it is condensed like a spotlight. But not that it is really going anywhere. No. Even our attention is not really going anywhere as such. When you are the source of light, is your light going somewhere? In a way it is going, but it is just spread, no? Like this. And are you going anywhere? Not really, no? In the case of spotlight, yes, your spotlight is moving like attention moves when focused. Attention when not focused doesn't move, no? This attention when not focused is what is relaxed awareness, no? Or consciousness, no? So, answer now. I thought that you are going to answer to me. It's a rapid fire round, no? No time given.
I felt that I was simply aware, that's all, while you were talking, of all that was happening.
Meaning right now or was? Don't use the word was with me, please, in the self-inquiry.
Right now.
Always right now, no?
I just felt that everything is happening around me, but I could feel not as a person, but as someone who's aware of everything else around.
Right now?
Right now.
So this who is aware, is it actually there or it is your idea? Meaning you who is aware is actually there or is it just your dependent on your idea that if I let go of the idea, it will disappear?
It is here.
So feel this now. Now don't inquire into it. Now feel its nature. What is its nature? Because it is something very, very, very subtle now. Just using some language. Now what you are aware of cannot distract you anymore. Because you know they are separate. No? Now whatever is happening in your mind, in your body, in your thoughts, in your feelings cannot distract you. No? You know? So this is what it means to be internal in a way, to be inward in a way. Your attention is more inward now, internalized in a way. No? Like there is a mind, there are senses, but you are not so much here that you can feel what is going on in this perception. You are more internal. Aware, but internal. Like aware of that who is aware of everything. No? This is what is where we are right now. Like remaining aware of that who is aware of everything. Not going there anywhere, not going anywhere, just remaining here. So remaining in this core of yourself who is aware of everything is basically what it means to stay as the self. This is what it means to stay as the self, as ourself. No? So it's good. Continue like this because it is a very good moment. Don't miss it. Just fully enjoy it. Utilize it. Thank you. Thank you. Deepa, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste ji.
I want to share something, and then so it feels like that we were created as fragments by the source to play, and we have came while in the process of playing, we came very far away from home. And then one day we realized we have to go back home. And then we turn back, we face obstacles because we have created so many things while playing. And then, we realize that we can't do it alone. The journey can't be going back home, I can't do it alone. And then you turn towards your parent or the source, and then it takes trust, like 100% trust. If it is not there, then you are still facing obstacles. And once you start listening, like you are on phone call with the source all the time, and whatever the source says, because the source is watching you all the time in the journey. And then if you fully listen to the source, then you can come back home. Can you say more about this?
It's a very funny and beautiful, no? What you are saying? It seems quite on the right line. What you are saying, like we all can have different interpretation or expression about it, but there's a truth in what you are saying, no? Truth in it, what you are saying. No? If we can maybe make it more simplified, just for a moment, and then we can go back to that version where you are inviting me. Like if we can simplify it like this, that a child, a soul is born in the form of a child. That time it has actually very good connection, in the sense that not only it is able to listen well, the parent, the source, it is also following well. Like where it should go, it should not go, it should do or it should not do. Like this. So it is called more oneness, a state of oneness with the source in a child, no? In the state of child when the soul is, and then as they say, and then mind got activated. Like and then the child learned how to speak, for example, they say sometime, or learned how to walk, and then what it means is that then the child somehow starts sensing as if I am independent, meaning I can do something independent of the source and my connection with the source. Like with my friends, I don't care about my parent, like I don't need my parent for that, and it actually does not know that it does need that source all the time. There is a story about it, the lost child. In childhood we read, I think, where a child goes to a carnival with the mother and very happily dancing, like very joyful, and saying, mother is not like well to do, like doesn't have so much money. So he's saying, I want this sweet, and she said, maybe not right now, and I want this toy, and I want to go on this ride, and so on. And she keeps saying, no, let's just enjoy, like this. Then somehow it happened that he loses the hand of the mother and he is lost. and people are feeling very unhappy because he's crying very much, and they are trying to comfort him, and they are trying to give him everything else, everything that he wanted from the mother, and he said, no, I don't want. I want my mother only. Because the child is able to feel right now that I'm lost. Lost means it has lost the connection with the existence, which it had as the only one connection. In one sense, Deepa, we all are a lost child when we are living as ego. It is just that some who have become aware, and most are still lost in the carnival, and they are still believing that that connection is there. No? So it is just a difference of awareness and unawareness about being lost or not lost. As soon as we become aware that I'm a lost child, we will try to find that connection back again, no? And we do find that. And to find that connection back is what is basically for me a spiritual effort. No? To find back that connection with the source is the whole purpose of this spiritual effort is to find that connection back. So that, and when you find that connection, what happens? Then you say that you need to have true trust, like 100% trust. No, you don't need to. But you do have 100% trust. You don't need to, but you do have. Why you are using the word need to? Because you are still looking at it up to some degree through the mind. Or you have as if you have an option, as if we have an option that I can listen to this one or this one, I can trust this one or this one. When you have suffered enough, when you have become deeply aware of how much you are in trouble right now, like how much you are not knowing anything, like when you become aware that I don't know anything, basically you have become aware of being lost now. Then you will not really trust your mind at all, and you will 100% trust that source where you get connected to, without even knowing what is that. Like you don't know what is your trust, what is your source, why you trust it. But no, I don't agree that you need to 100% trust. Nobody can trust 100% by effort. This is where I would like to emphasize on true clarity. True clarity basically shows you what you really know and what you don't. It shows you that you are a lost child. And then better listen to this inner guide in every child's heart, no? Who is trying to take you back, connect you back to the source again, ready to connect you immediately. No? Heart breathing basically is connecting back to that source again, like picking up that call again. Like you have put the earphone or earpiece somewhere, earbud somewhere. No? Like no, it's still the source is on the call with you. No? Immediately. Not a one-to-one call happening like, hey, hello, I am a soul calling. Hey, hello, I am Supreme Call. Not like this. Supreme Soul. Not like this. But you know that language. You very well know this language, that vibration. You are so familiar with this. Like, something suddenly becomes complete in you. Like, oh my God. Like you breathe again. You have started breathing again. Like, oh, like the fear start going away from your life, for example. The opposite of trust is fear. So this is what how I look at it. What do you feel? Is this matching with what you are saying?
Yes, definitely. And yeah, the need, and it's like there's no option. When I'm saying need, like you said, there is no other option because you've tried all your options and you're out of options now. And now you're like, no, I can't do it alone because whatever I've tried, I have caught myself in more and more deeper loops, nothing else. So, yeah.
What I found is that mm, many of the souls are not aware that they are lost. It will take time for them to become aware at one point. No? Meaning they are in a process where within the flow of existence they are enjoying something, and this is totally fine. And at some point we will become aware. No? And when we become aware, that is where a seeker is born, seeker of truth is born. No? Then we seek. Seek means seek for different options. And then when you are finished with all the options, then you turn inward. No? Then you will listen. Oh, I have no other option. That's why when we come to satsang, satsang is the only one single option. There is no other option really than satsang. But we don't stay here. We don't listen. We don't connect. We don't feel. We don't live that so easily because we still feel like as if we still have that kind of energy left inside us that I like a confidence of ego is still there that I can find something else. I can like sense of option is still there. You know what I mean? That's where I used to feel that it is totally fine to search. It is everybody's right, every soul's right to search in their own way and not find, of course. Nobody finds anything ever. 100% everybody is going to fail. Every seeking has to fail 100%. Fails, always fails. Because there is no option out there. There's only one single option in here. Always, everyone. But you cannot cheat. There is no cheating possible here, and we are trying to do cheating. That no. I think I have checked everything. I'm for satsang only now. I'm for truth only. This way it doesn't work. That thing inside you is not resting here. Only when you have done enough, then it will rest here. No, immediately like a plug-in happen. Like you plug into truth here. No, but you are talking about Deepa right now. No? And that is what is the struggle in satsang that you have not done enough yet. You know. And I say to you that in satsang you can do that what you want to do much faster also if you want. True clarity is nothing but this only. Without going anywhere, without spending time, energy, life, you know what is that option. This is what is true clarity. No? True clarity can end the seeking, actually. True clarity can end the seeking, actually, if we use it well. Because true clarity basically is awakening at the level of mind, where seeking is happening. Seeking in the sense of option. There is some other option. Like if there's a belief, there's a confidence, belief in the soul, in the mind that towards the mind that there is some option. There has to be some option. So I think it's good. Thank you. Thank you. It's good.
It's like the source wants to live through us, but we were never giving the source option to fully. Like we were taking charge that no, it's my personal life, my personal experience, and now you are giving the source chance to actually live through you fully.
Yes. Very correct actually. So what is happening is that as a person, we are not giving chance means basically person is not really who can ever give chance to the source. It is only when person weak becomes weak in a way, or you can say it is seen through that it is not giving anything, that it start melting. No? Like it gives way. Who will give way? No? Only the melting of the person is the answer to it. No? And through true clarity, lot of thinning away of the person happens. And finally, melting of the remaining person happens through true joy. Like this. That is when we stumble upon this connection with the source, where the true knowing happens, and through this life is lived now. No? Life is lived like this. What you are talking about now, no? Like this. You see, life from inside to outside. Life not horizontal circle in the mind only. No? A actual real life. Where the results of the actions are not deciding the joy of your being anymore. You know, like tomorrow is not deciding your joy. Today, already the joy is the case. No? And this whole thing basically can be boiled down to one thing also here, that living the existence or living the world. World basically is a point of view we have towards the existence. Existence, whenever we live, feels joyful. Whether it is existence of that which is manifested in the form of everything that we experience, or existence of ourselves also. Both. The taste of existence is joy. taste of existence is joy in such a way that the struggle or challenges are felt in life, which are nothing but opening up of higher possibilities, and seeds are opening into. But the joy is in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. The joy is in the beginning, in the middle, in the end, not at the end only. That and the end is the idea only. At the end is the idea in the mind only. Have you caught that joy in the end? Could you keep it in the heart? No. So challenges, flow of life, actions, everything, but the joy before, during, and after. Basically, always, no. Like a background of joy is always there. No? This is a sign. This is a kind of a checkpoint also, no. So thank you. It's very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it is all right I always used to feel that it is all right to search, because everybody who becomes aware that something is missing will search. No? I feel let us search much faster, because we are searching too slow. It is going to spend whole of our life. Then we will not have any time. We will not have any time left or age left to find. No? Seeking should not become our lifestyle. Finding should become our goal, no? Not seeking. No? Do you see what I'm trying to say? I see many seekers whose life has become seeking, like a lifestyle. No, finding should be the goal of life, not the seeking. What we are doing right now is this finding. Finding means we found. You found yourself, no, or not? This yourself is so simple, so complete. Like you don't need to know anything, and yet somehow knowledge comes on you or towards you, like pouring onto you continuously. Such a burdenlessness, such a freedom. Not holding on to anything, not holding on to even the knowledge. Thank you. It's very good, very good direction actually. In this somehow, when I emphasize on true clarity, basically it is a tool in a way or understanding which I am trying to share to make our mind from egoic to non-egoic in a way, to remove the ego from the mind in a way, you can say, no? And then true joy is to remove the remaining ego from the heart also now. Mind is, in itself is very useful. Heart is amazing, no? Like this. But the mind, ego in the mind is not useful. No? It's like a sticky substance which is not letting the light of the truth flow through us, no? Into life and into our own self also. It's so nice, no? Thank you. Oma, you want to say something?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to explore something with you. While doing my sadhana, I am practicing being total, samagrata, being samagra. And I found that more and more I am getting crystallized, like I am coming back to my center of this individual system. And I feel more strength also. And this time only I could notice that before, when I was feeling very weak from inside, I'm not talking at body level, physical body level, but from inside I was used to feel like weak, no lack of strength. Now I feel very much strength. And so I could notice that I was fragmented very much before. Now I am not fragmented, like broken and divided at many streams. It feels like, and now these streams are coming back in one, and I feel crystal. Before I was not knowing what it means when you say being crystallized, but now I could live this uh, experientially, what it means to be crystallized. So I want to explore this. What is this crystallization?
Okay. The thing is that mm, the soul of life, there is a soul of life. There is one soul of life, one self, is appearing and living through every form. This kind of theoretically at least we understand. No? And it is actually true, by the way. In case you would like to embrace it in your heart right now, it is actually true. The one self, one soul is expressing itself, talking and listening in the form of me and you, like this right now. And which is a perfect harmonious view here. Then what happens is that the self at the individual level, in the form of you, in the form of individual self, also divides itself. And that's where the fragmentedness is coming. This is what is the local fragmentedness, you can say. Two individuals or many individuals, the soul appearing as many individuals, is the fragmentedness which is within the harmony of the universal harmony. So there is a universal wisdom maintaining that fragmentedness, which is actually coming from the source, from the will of the source. That is also fragmentedness, but it is harmonious. But at the individual level, it becomes disharmonious somehow, in the sense that it is not serving the greater harmony, the will of the source. It starts serving its own local desires now. And as if out of nowhere, a individual self is felt here, that I am the individual self and I can do whatever I want. So basically, the fragmentation here is of two things are core here in this fragmentedness, and one is the self in the form, individual form, feels disconnected from the rest of the self, let's say, from the source, no, which causes it to depend on the body mind only and believe that myself and body mind is all there is nothing else. Now from here, this self want to expand itself, and then it divides itself into many things. Then it looks at other person, other form. Now it will not feel that oneness, that love, affinity with the other form, which otherwise it feels when living from the true place of being. Now it will see other, there is other. When there is other, fear happens. Fear is the core of a false self. And then out of fear it does many other things, which increases further more fear and more fragmentedness like this. No? So the crystallization essentially can happen, or crystallization can be caused by self-inquiry, by knowing the self. If this who is troubled, if this one who is troubled, who is feeling fragmented and I want to be more crystallized and balanced, like more crystallize and live my life better, if it can just look deeply into its own truth, who I am. Its core, like you can say, it's like a core thread of consciousness will connect to the source, and then rest of the threads of consciousness will start coming back and will start connecting to the source in the right way. Right way is harmony. Harmony is the right way. Disharmony is the wrong way. But when it is so divided, so crystallized, fragmented, that it doesn't even have one who can do the self-inquiry. First there has to be a one who can do the self-inquiry. And for that I say samagrata, totality. Whatever you do totally. Doesn't matter who is doing it. Doesn't matter who is doing it. Let's say there are four or five of self inside you. One who does like this, who doesn't like this, who does this, who doesn't. All of you do things totally, everything totally. No? The more you do totally, the more you all will start becoming one. No? You see? So it doesn't matter who you are when you are doing that. Like you were a more impersonal self when doing things totally. Now you are a more personal self, now being total also. And the more totally, this is the process of crystallization. Oma. So basically totality, samagrata actually is the process of crystallization in a more gradual manner. It's a gradual way. Gradual not like taking many years, but gradual in the sense that it is not sudden. Self-inquiry can cause sudden crystallization. Like self-realization does cause crystallization like this. But generally speaking, the best practice, totality, samagrata is a best practice. Because even after self-realization, the core attention or core awareness has been brought back into the self. And yet the working consciousness still remains. But it still remains fragmented. You see? And the interest of the self is not there in this fragmented energy now. I don't want to be in this mess. No? The more balanced, the more crystallized the energies are, the more the self feels interested in coming back and living here, living daily life and everything. Otherwise, it just want to sit in meditation in its own being. No? You see what I'm saying? So does it make, is it clear to you?
Yes, it is very clear. And one more thing also got clear. Before I was experiencing this, but not now, but before 1 year around that, when I am in meditation, I feel bliss and joy of being and totally blissful. When I come in out of meditation and dealing with life, I used to feel very much disturbing and not liking and like disharmony basically I used to feel. And since I am practicing totality samagrata, then it is like now and this outer side also getting strengthened, getting and as I said, that not fragmented, crystallized, and then strength also feels. Fear is not feeling like fear of losing that peace, that bliss.
Yes, yes. Here, what was highlighted, I want to share with you is that the soul is also as if making a choice continuously. Samagrata, totality, is the way of the soul, not way of the person. No? So as soon as we go for the way of the soul, we also it start appealing to us. The samagrata also start appealing to us. No, you see, like not being fragmented. Samagrata simply means not being fragmented when doing anything. Because fragmented is the state of the ego. The self living in the fragmented state is what is called living in as ego. No, otherwise there is no ego. No, like self itself saying 1 second I want this, so next moment it's saying I don't want this, and it is respecting both of these statements. And this is what is fragmentedness or not. I want this, but I don't want this also. You see, if you don't attend any of them, what will happen? Either attend both of them, either include both of them in your decision, or don't include any of them. Then what will happen? If I don't know if you remember, Prajot, I used to share this kind of inquiry we used to do long time back. That whenever you have two inside you, like you have a confusion about this one or this one, don't choose any of them, because that's the way of the ego. No, part of it actually is trying to give you something to the self, and part of it is also trying to give you something to the self, and both together will are the complete solution. And if you miss any of them, you are maybe going to be okay, but you will miss something very fundamental also. Maybe you cannot feel really contented and happy if you choose any of these two inside you. No, you have to incorporate both of them into one solution, one one answer to the to the life. You know? Like part of both will be included. No? You see, this is the thing. So the answer is never out of these two things which are inside us. Answer is something third, which includes both. No? But only when you have chosen the way of the being. No? Like a holistic way. And this way will not stop here, Uma. You start crystallizing yourself at the action, at the thinking level. Like meaning from dividedness to more undividedness. No? Then you will not stop here. You will come to your heart. You will feel that what is this joy in my heart when I am doing everything? Why I cannot include it when I am doing anything? Like there is a stress at the body level, mind level, thinking level, action level. No? There is a planning and daily life and everything. Can it be included? And one day you will feel, oh, it can actually be included. Like it can be the part of the wholeness of my being. That joy is here and struggle is here also in the body mind. And there is a central way, which is what is, you know, samagrata of doing everything. And then somehow at some point you will accept the truth of who you are also. So it's a journey from fragmented to less fragmented, more united in a way, you know, more united in a way. No? Which is what is the journey from the false to the truth. You know? Because truth is one, united wholeness. No? Truth is one self. Truth is one soul. No? The more fragmented our mind is or our state is, the more we will see it as divided. And we will not be able to live the truth of it. No? Truth of it. No? The more we unite our mind and actions and energies and everything into more crystallized way, no? The more we can sense and feel this oneness, undividedness of the soul, one soul. No? You see what I'm saying? So these are the lines where I would like to emphasize. From where you start is not really so important. What you choose is most important. When you are very fragmented, let's say somebody is very fragmented and they have chosen meditation, that hey, I want to meditate now. No? What they have chosen is less fragmentedness. No? But if they have too much attachment to their fragmentedness, they will not succeed in meditation, meaning they will not be able to sit without being fragmented. No? Meditation does not give anything to anyone. It is our unitedness of the soul gives something to us. No? So thank you. It's very nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this exploration. It is more clear for me now. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's very good.
Namaste, beloved.
Namaste.
I feel every conversation and every, like walking with you, is so delightful. It's as in it's full of light. I'm truly enjoying this. You said something, and if we can explore, because I do not want to go there, but there is something that you said in which you said that enlightenment is not turning on the light. It is turning off the projection or a projector.
Projector, yeah.
Because by habit, this projector has turned, it's been on for so long that even though the projector is now off, it's left, an imprint of it somewhere. And I just, when you said that, it stayed with me, and I just wanted to bring that. And also if you could explore this more, that not that it is giving anything, but maybe it is, and I just want to not leave that in any corner lying, because the way of the light is just so delightful. I just wanted to bring this to you, and if you can say something more about this, please.
So what is basically projecting and what is not projecting? Let us look at it like this. So for projecting, light is necessary, light going out. No? And what is outside is we can call a canvas of consciousness where we are projecting, let's say. Okay. What is this light? What we call seeing is nothing but light. No? And this seeing is not really turned on or off. It is always on. As soon as we wake up in the morning, this light of seeing is on. Okay. This sense of I am basically is that state of self where it is in this state of seeing, just seeing. But it is not just seeing. Why? Because the self is taking itself to be something other than itself. Meaning it has mixed something other than itself. Like it is not living its purity. That's why the seeing is not just seeing for most of the people. That's why we need to do meditation of a just seeing. Because our seeing is seeing and projecting. No? So we are projecting what we believe we are onto all the thoughts and feelings and understanding that we have. And further, they are being projected, combined together onto the canvas of life, onto everybody also that we see, perceive and meet in life. You see? So we are basically never meeting even a person as a person. You see? We are not meeting a person as a person. We are not meeting a soul as a soul also, who is not living as a person, let's say. We are not meeting a tree as a tree. So there's a lot of projection going on here now. What is pure perception? In this meditation, just seeing, that is pure perception. Only pure perception is possible when the perceiver is living its purity of being. No? So we should practice every day. Like, if we practice every day for some time, just seeing, which is pure perceiving. First of all, it will be highlighted that how much we are projecting. Projecting simply means projecting the beliefs, assumptions about life. No? Like I know, what is this? It is so mixed with us, it is behind our eyes now, not in front of our eyes anymore. No? One simple thing I want to tell you, that you have a look at life. And if you see any complaint, if you feel any complaint about anything in life, it is a projection going on still. Like, I think it can be a little better than this. No, projection is going on. Correction do happen, but within the harmony. Let us not try to correct through the disharmony. Everybody who is trying to correct life through the disharmony, they have introduced disharmony much more in life in the name of trying to correct. It's like trying to remove the ripples from a still lake and creating more ripples now. You see? That's why I say that what we are doing is the greatest service to life. Come to the harmony of your heart, of your soul, and express from there. Even if pray only, let's say if we are not able to talk and function in daily life right now from there, at least pray that let it be expressed and shared with everybody. That harmony which I am experiencing in my heart, like this. So when you say I know anything, remember it is projection. When you say my mind says that I know this, and practically speaking, I know, but I really don't know what is this, or I don't know what you are, then you are actually, your mind is projecting, but you are not believing it anymore, no? You see? So these are the things which I can speak about the projection. Projection is not to be dismissed, like removed or turned off or anything. It cannot be turned off. But we can become aware of it and become free. Like turning off the projection basically means becoming aware that it is not true. You see? Meaning there is a soul sitting in front of me right now in the form of you. And the mind will project that it is a female, you know, a meditator and, you know, and so on. You see? What about the soul that you are? When are we going to talk about that? You know, I really keep waiting, like now for many years. Every day I said, come to Satsang, hoping that one day somebody will say, I'm a soul. Hey, I know you are also a soul. You know, you see what I'm. Thankfully, some of you have started saying that or knowing that. No? So that's very good. You will not become a soul tomorrow. Then, if you will not become a soul tomorrow, why you cannot know that you are a soul right now? You see, this is the thing. So we are believing that I will become a soul tomorrow. This is what is causing us to go through a lot of a spiritual journey, which we call, you know, also kind of valid in a way. There is only one thing which is valid for me, that is awakening, slowly or suddenly. No? But just one single thing, awakening, not growth. Body mind can be corrected and, you know, balanced and all, and that is all right. No? But soul does not grow. Soul does not grow. Soul wakes up. No? Like, what the hell? What I was doing? You know, like this. So I hope it's correct. Thank you. Very nice topics. I like these topics. No? Thank you. It's a more immediate taste of truth. Thank you for that. One thing that is very important, if somehow we can see, no, is that there are many regions inside our mind which are giving us the indication that we have a problem in life and we have unhappiness in life. No? And all of them are okay. No? But there is little more than that unhappiness in our heart. Why it is like this? So like we are feeling little more unhappiness than combined together all the regions we have in our life. Why we are feeling little more unhappiness? Can all of us look at this? That is the darkness of self-ignorance, no? Which when removed, right now you will start feeling joy. No? Like all the unhappinesses of practical life are accepted now as they are. Like they are given enough appropriate space that what we need to do, we will do about that. And now we are relaxing and taking a breath, deep breath in ourselves, in the self that we are. How does it taste? Actually, it tastes like joy, no? Or not? It's like first time we are meeting the self that we are. And just joy, nothing else. No? Nothing else, just joy. And more, somehow, we are going to become wise in a way. And our wisdom will wake up from this stillness of our joyfulness, that we will be able to solve those problems much more easily. Or we will see them that they are not problems. They are part of the flow. Like a child feels very unhappy when he is hungry because he reports that I have a problem in my life. And the parents say, no, it's not a problem, it's part of life. And then when child eats, because feeling very nice, feeling hungry, eats a lot of food, and then his stomach becomes very heavy. Because child has never experienced like that. Child feels, oh my God, I have a problem in my life. And the parents again say, no, no, it's not a problem. It's again part of life. No. And we all are in one sense or the other children in a way towards the knowing of life, that we don't know the fullness, full truth of life yet, full flow of life yet. No. That something happens and we think it's a problem. Maybe it is not a problem. It's maybe part of the flow. And we are just not aware of it. And even those problems which we were, like stuck with, oh my God, problem, they are found to be part of the flow. And I just want to joyfully wonder with all of you who we are here, who does not have any problem left now. We are this joyful flow of life, and we are the awareness or witness of this joyful flow. So thank you. It's very nice. I am more than happy to repeat these words as many times as necessary, provided that we live the truth of them right now. Like right now we are living. No? Otherwise it feels kind of tiring that I just keep sharing this truth and we don't live. No? We think, oh, nice concepts. I heard them about before also. No, we are not talking concept. We are living the truth, using concept. No? So very, very good. Thank you. Anna, if you want, you can talk.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Well, then, with my full heart, I would like to ask for help. Last week, we touched a topic. I was talking about boundaries, and since then, like this whole week was, everything got very compressed. Like the whole of whatever is remaining, it really squeezed me in realizing and not being able to look somewhere else for. So I'm facing a lot of discomfort, and I can see that the projector you were talking about. So like what makes me go out of just seeing or living the truth is the projection of safety. And it also makes sense why I always yearn to go to sit with Guruji, or like I wait from one Saturday to the next to sit with you. It is this feeling of safety, of being allowed and being safe, of just being nothing or just being myself. And you always speak about joy, but from what I can see is like I don't even get to experience joy if I don't have this feeling of being safe to first feel myself and then to experience the joy of being myself. And it always comes back to this. And if I follow in this life, I was always an observer. I could feel the one observing everything. So I never lost connection with that. But somehow, since childhood, it never really felt so safe being there. Growing up in a place that was not very safe. So maybe you can say a few words of like how can one but like as well as feeling the truth and the joy of being the self, also experience that safety, because that I experience only in sacred spaces, basically. So as soon as I'm on my own or like home, yes, at home, like it's also provided because I I make sure I have this safe space and for meditation and so on. But living, it's a circle, and then I lose it for that reason. Thank you.
Oh. Actually, the safety that you're talking about is not really a physical, mental, or emotional level of safety. It is the safety that the soul that we are feels, no? Or needs also. The thing is like this, that you are a soul who is more aware now, aware of yourself also, and because of that, aware of life also. We cannot find safety in life really, security in life really, because it is continuously changing. Like anything that we see in life is in one of the three states, either being born or living, like the middle part of it, or going towards the death now. Everything. And as soon as you, the soul, start becoming more aware and present in life, you are able, you start sensing it. And that believed in safety, that believed in, stability that we thought we had is challenged now, is shaken now. No? But there is a safety in the soul itself, where soul doesn't have to reject the reality of life, and yet it will not feel threatened or fear. Right? Like it is able to accept lovingly the truth of life, which at first may look a bit cruel even sometime. Like in the beginning when we see, let's say, some channels, TV channel where we have, or some movie or some documentary about the animals, it looks very cruel that they are eating each other and attacking, and there are even babies and things like this, being killed by another predator or like this. But it is part of life, how it is. No? So lot of fear that we feel in life is not there to disturb our joy, but it is to wake us up. Fear never happens at the wrong time in one sense, or it cannot happen continuously in this way, the way you are saying. This kind of fear I'm talking about, inner fear, like this. It is a tool being used by the source to wake you up. It's like you are able to see the reality of life, but you are not seeing the reality of who you are. That's why the fear. You are able to see the reality of life, and you are able to see the reality of yourself also. No fear. Now existence is secured, because you have discovered the connection with the eternal being that you are. No? It really feels very different actually. As we discover the truth of who we are, it's very different actually. It cannot be described really in the standard way that, okay, I will not feel fear. No, you may feel more fear than before, but only at the body-mind level. At the being level, somehow things get settled in some way that the fear does not arise ever now, ever, ever, ever. Only something opposite of the fear, more trust is felt. Like a sense of connection with the source is felt, actually felt, continuously felt. So I would like to say like this, that whenever you feel fear, this is a call to turn towards yourself who is feeling the fear, to live the truth of who you are. And you will discover that which is not afraid of what is happening here. It does not mean that it will dismiss anything or no, practically approaching everything as we do, but there is no place for losing the joy. This is the point. You don't need to lose the joy or lose yourself, your true knowing. For some time it is okay in the day if you lose it, but then it should come back. So the only one safe place in existence is our own self. There are no other safe places in ultimate sense. Relatively, yes, but absolutely no. But the more the soul wakes up, the more absoluteness you want actually. because the soul is absoluteness. Like this. That's why you are not happy with the temporary arrangement. That no, there is still doubt here. No? Like if you can fully accept that you will die, then you can so fully live life now. You see? And if you accept fully that you will die, you will accept everybody also will die or not? Can there be any more bigger threat than death actually? There can be some conditionally when we have, but they can be taken care of by your strength of your soul. Because soul is not really afraid of meeting the challenge of life. It is afraid of being a person actually, and then meeting the challenge of life. In one sense, because there it feels very weak. No, you don't need to being a person. You don't need to be a person in any life situations. Fully, you can allow yourself to be the soul and meet the life like that. Okay, let's see. Do you feel that it can help you in some way?
So if I understand right, it's not the weakness of the soul that has been pressing now and creating this discomfort or whatever lack of safety. It is being stuck in the person that was created because of different arrangements in life which made me feel unsafe as a soul. So being stuck in that and just allowing that to all now come out would somehow it will dissolve. Yeah?
It will. Actually, the thing is that whenever you, the soul, meets the discomfort in you, you only discover the deeper comfort of your soul, of your truth, which is based on your truth, not based on the projection we have on life. So we are experiencing discomfort because of projections onto life, and which is inviting us to wake up, like stop projecting, see the truth of who you are, like this. Those of you who feel that self-inquiry is an easy thing, it's not easy. It is going to keep pressing you to that, in that direction where you will feel discomfort. No? It cannot be joyful thing, If it is joyful, it's not going to succeed. No? Like how much stress and discomfort you can take during the self-inquiry, that much you will succeed. No? I don't mean that in a physical, mental, emotional way, but in the soul. No? Because this kind of discomfort actually is a call. As soon as you meet the discomfort, exactly right here, the comfort is present of your soul. But you are caught up, the soul is caught up in the way of the person that you want comfort in this language, in this way. And as soon as you accept the comfort of this nature, you immediately discover the deeper comfort of your soul, which is a different kind of comfort. You see, which is not opposite of it, but it is bigger than it. Like it can contain this discomfort and yet it will not give you any discomfort. You see the point? And like this you discover your expansion more and more. That I am much more than I think, That's why discomfort at these levels are very eye-opener. It's like a call for awakening. The key is to face it, not to work on it. Don't work on it, just face it raw, immediately. Like immediately, not maybe like immediately like this, but raw, like a raw, raw meeting in the raw format without projecting on anything onto it. No? Like let's see, what is this discomfort? Because beloved, the deepest discomfort you are going to face also when you wake up to the truth of who you are. And when I'm saying like this, I don't mean that you need to wait for next moment. Right now you can discover this. So you, the soul, is more like a space in which the discomfort is happening right now. And the sense of person also who is feeling discomfort. Now your choices are that either you continue living like this and working on it, nothing wrong. But after removing all of your discomfort, you are going to discover that I am the space in which it was happening. You can do that right now also without solving anything. This is what is awakening. Awakening is discovering that beingness in which everything is happening. And that beingness is never touched by anything that happens. What is identification is like this, that there is a sense of self happening inside us. Inside the self, there is a sense of self happening. And the self thinks I am this. This is what is identification. No? Don't move as this self. Don't move. Don't do anything. For whom it is for the self. No? If you don't move, you will know that this self still moves, which is inside me, but I don't move at the space. No? My God, I never thought that I am this spaciousness in which this self and its actions and thinking and everything is happening. No. In meditation also we know this. Just sitting, not doing anything, we know that something keep moving inside us. But I am not moving. No. Then we become aware of that ourself who is not moving. No. In whom this thing is moving. No. Like this. And somehow as soon as the disidentification will happen, you will really know that I am this space and not this self which is happening in me. So there is no self in this self actually. You are the self, no? As soon as you become aware that I am the self from this internal self disappears. This identity becomes empty of the self now. Now it is just an activity, You will say that Ana is my action, my process, my activity, not that myself. Ana is my activity, not myself. No, you will feel like this. No, it's a process happening in me, in my body, mind, and I'm living through living it. No, like this. So I hope that it will help you. Thank you.
It feels like this safety was a favorite identity which was considered being the self because it felt so safe. But if it is not true, then I willingly also let it go. And the trick is that the soul self, it feels very exposed. It feels very transparent and exposed, and for that reason the other one was kind of more preferred because it felt bubbled up and safe.
I understand this.
Thank you.
For that, the answer is to live the truth of who you are more, so that yourself can become more crystallized. There is a crystallization that happens in the soul also, no? Like you feel more solid in a way somehow, more automated, like you don't need to come back to yourself. You're just kind of coming back to yourself by itself, in a way, remaining in yourself by itself, in a way. Like if there is a strength and substance felt in the self that you are, then the need for this one will not be gone. I understand what you are saying is correct, actually. No? Like there is a vulnerability in the beginning, in the true self. Like you are able to feel, but not really feeling that strength like this. Yeah, understand that. So two things to be done here. One is this, to keep coming to the self and stay as the pure being as much as you can. Another thing is awareness here. Like don't hide any discomfort from yourself. Bring the light and look at it. Thank you. It's very good. Very, very good. I feel this is a real work that we are doing here. It's a very real, it feels nice. Thank you. Mila, you want to say something?
Thank you so much, Rajee. I'm very happy to meet you today. Thank you. Rajee, I have a general question. I feel it can be helpful for many. When we are in a part of spiritual, we are very interesting in self-realization, and we always do this self-inquiry and asking ourselves, like, who I am, and trying to find the answer. And we are not able to live happily this physical life, because we always said that we can't find the answer, we can't find ourselves, we can't find who we are. And actually this physical life becomes also not so interesting for us, because our interest in ourselves. And it makes our life, how to say, sad, tasteless, and etc. But you always say holistic life, which means that it should be some happiness and holistic in our life. And also, I don't want to live this tasteless life. How to find this balance? What I mean is that not always be caught up in these thoughts, like who I am, where I am, how to find myself, and what is really true self, but also to live happily this life, and yes, balanced life, not so much caught up in this life, but not so much out of this. Thank you.
Balance basically is right proportion, you can say. So what is happening is that the soul has three basic things in its hand. One is being. Being means remain, like the existence, our existence, which is what is the core. Then living, and then the third thing is thinking. But somehow, as if the thinking has become the main business now. Totally, there is no focus on the living and on the being. No? And because of that, what happens is that somehow we keep thinking and believing that we are living, but we don't taste life, that we feel unhappy. No? So balance basically is balance of how much is necessary to think, that much we think, and we do not think more than that. How much is necessary or joyful to experience, we experience, and we do not experience more than that. Because there is a experiencing possible through addiction also. You know, there is a addiction of thinking also, by the way, like excessive thinking. There is a addiction of experiencing also, excessive experiencing. Excessive experiencing is where we are experiencing something sweet, and we feel that because it is sweet, I want to experience more. So we keep experiencing it, and then it starts becoming bitter at some point, because of the very nature of how experiencing happens. So there has to be a balance of experiencing also, not too much, not too less. Too less means we will feel thirsty or hungry for experiencing. If we don't think enough, we will feel that I did not think enough. I did not think through, about this, like this. But generally speaking, mostly we are thinking too much, like 99% of the thinking will disappear as soon as we become aware, you know. So, what is samagrata? Please understand, what is samagrata? Totality. Totality is actually a balance at the level of where we are caught up, let's say, or where we are finding ourselves to be limited, thinking mostly, body and thinking. Totality is where we don't focus on many things at the same time. We focus on one thing at a time. When we focus on one thing at a time, then in this horizontal circle where we are caught up, we break out of it into a deeper level of heart, where we not only think life, we live life also. Now this another circle is created between thinking and heart, meaning living. Now we live and think we think to live. No? We don't live through thinking anymore. Before that we are living through thinking. Now we are not living through thinking. We are thinking for arranging things, ticket and anything, going there, and then living actually without thinking about it. A new circle is created, and then this is another form of totality, and which is going to become deeper and deeper, and it is going to cause us to live very wonderfully life as we live, but not going off the balance, and that deepening of the self within itself will continue, because self primarily does two things: one, living what is like life, anything other than itself, or living itself. Living anything is basically joy, true joy. Living itself is true knowing. No? True clarity is to find out, to discover that how much thinking is necessary. Like a balance of thinking, like a control on a thinker, like as if the thinker has gone out of control. Not thinker has gone out of control, the soul has got caught up in the thinking in a way. Like it is doing everything and thinking and doing everything, soul will discover that there are many things I can do without thinking, like having a cup of tea without thinking about it. How about that? Feeling the temperature of the morning breeze, a tree, a dog, or anything. Why we need to think about it? So we are caught up in mind means we are caught up in a compulsive thinking without knowing that it is not necessary. So this is that kind of hypnosis in which we are, you see. And then we feel that I'm trying to live as much as I can, but why I'm not able to feel anything in life? Through thinking we cannot feel life. We can only imagine about it, And knowing this truth will bring more balance or not. So it may all sound very many things, but these many things can be reduced to one thing, samagrata. Another thing connected to samagrata, which is a checkpoint, is spending yourself or not saving yourself. Like we are continuously saving ourselves for the next step, for the next moment, for the next day, which is basically causing us to remain in the thinking about the next step, next moment and next day, which is not letting us be in the present step and present day and present moment. So not saving ourselves for the next task, but more pouring ourselves into the present task, spending ourselves fully into the present task, is going to get us out of that model of ego in which we are caught up. You see? So in this way, every day is going to be a joyful living of life, doing task, thinking daily life and everything as we need to, but a deepening of something happening internally, like a deepening of our own being, where experiencing of life becomes deeper and the knowing of who we are start happening in a way. You see? Because try to understand, there is something called existence. That is what is lived. That is what we are going to live or we live. And Who lives this existence is the soul. But there is another thing called world, which is our projection onto it. So we are living the world inside our mind, not in the existence. We are not living this existence which exists, no? So everybody ideally should live the existence and not live the world in their own mind. Word means thinking about the existence. How much to think? No? Just a little bit. No? As much as to arrange the ticket and everything, as much as to do the office job, practical job, life, no? So thinking about the practical life, thinking about the job is fine. Meaning thinking when at job is fine. No? But thinking about the job when not at the job, is it necessary? If yes, okay. If not, how much? So we are mostly thinking continuously because of the fear, because of the misunderstanding, because of not living life. So all of that is coming from that ego state. And we keep doing it like we keep supporting the ego state, which is not letting us go deep or live the truth. How to break samagrata can be a method. But the key point is to not save yourself for the next task. You will find yourself in the next task very rejuvenated, very energetic, very healthy and inspired to meet the life in the form of next step, next activity. Do you feel that you are able to connect to this?
Yes, I feel that I'm very much able to connect, and also wanted to share my understanding is that it feels also when we are meditating, we are going out from this physicality into something deeper, if I can say like this. And this I'm trying to replace in a daily life activity. I also feel that if I not be so much physical, I will be kind of out of this, then I will save myself. And that's why this practice come into my life, that I'm not fully what I'm doing because I try to save myself, which is not true, because you just share now, we have to be total. This is the only way to be total in what we are doing.
Actually, what you are saying is very little different than what I shared in the beginning, no? And let me try to connect the dots here, no? So the thing is like this: what I shared, totality or samagrata, is a method for someone who is not seeking for true self or true knowing or self-realization. I said that for everybody in general, no? That is the best practice, no? But now somebody who is realizing the self, who is knowing the truth of who you are, like you, now for you this becomes essential, not optional. Not optional for anybody, but it becomes like totally essential now. So what happens now in this case? You are in practical life. Without practical life, when you are sitting in your meditation, you withdraw yourself from the body mind. Yes, true. We withdraw ourselves from the body mind in the sense that we don't live the flavor of body mind when we are in the meditation. We don't live the vibrations of the body mind. We live only our own original nature, whether it is the vibration of silence, peace, joy, as I say, the fifth layer of the form, or beyond it, our timeless, changeless, vibrationless soul. Vibrationless soul. There is no vibration in the soul, in the truth of who we are. That's why it feels like emptiness, no? But it is not really dead. It is just timeless, no? Something which is not vibrating does not mean that it is dead, no? So then, now that you have started experiencing yourself, and then after meditation, you come back in the body anyway. Like you continue, now you will like to continue experiencing body-mind vibrations also now when you are in the practical life, no? You will have to. You cannot live practical life if you cannot experience. Like there is no way you can avoid. And that's why many meditators are feeling conflict in a way between their true state and the practical life involvement, no? Because practical life requires us to, the soul to touch, to feel in some way, to mix or to do something with the vibrations of body mind energy. where we have the impressions of being a person. And this kind of initially will pull us back to the person state, and we feel, oh my God, I lost my true state because of practical life. No, not because of practical life. Because of not being fully clear about who we are yet. That's why, And for that, meditation. But what to do in practical life, which can help us also in relation, in conjunction with the meditation also. That is totality. That is samagrita. Because totality is basically the way of the being when it comes to doing anything. That being which is timeless and without any movement, when moves, it moves as a whole only, not divided. No. So that's why if in the practical life you will be whole as a whole, you will be able to live as the being that you are, which you have experienced in the meditation. No? Trying to save yourself from what you are doing right now is saving yourself for the ego in the practical life, no? Or in the meditation also. And it's such an amazing experience in the practical life when you are total. Like you are and you are not at the same time. And that's what soul is. Like the action is there, the thinking and everything connected to the action is completely there. But you, the being, is not feeling like a doer of it anymore. Like you have become free from it into your true nature. Right there, right in the office, And I am talking from my direct experience about it. Meaning I am talking about the experience in the office. It does happen. But it's so different than our spiritual imaginations that we feel, no, this is not what I want. My friend, this is freedom, liberation, this is liberation. This is liberation actually. Liberation means there is no bondage. There is no bondage whatsoever for the soul. That's what is liberation or not? No, this I do, then I bound. This I do, don't do, then I am free. This is not liberation. So, do you feel that it connects?
Yes, it feels so beautiful. And when you were sharing, I felt that your way, the totality, it's look so complete, so full, not empty and not tasteless. And instead of scaredness, I feel excited. Thank you so much. It's so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Very, very nice. It is actually, totality or samagrata is a very juicy way of living life. Personal way, scattered, divided way is a very dry way, dead way of living life. Like not living. That's why we have to jump so much, to experience even little bit life. Why you need to jump here and there? You can just live your daily life. But so intense life. It's an intense life, with such intensity. Totality is what? Totality is the totality of your intention. As soon as as is the intention, so is the intensity out of it, towards doing anything. When the intention is total, intensity is also total or not? You see? Now you will not feel, oh my God, I'm so tired of thinking about this. No, there is no tiredness. There is enough energy always for thinking about what you need to think, because intention is total. Right now we are trying to be total. Remember, this will be like a trying to be total. This trying to be total will highlight only that why I am not trying to do what I am trying to do. You see, inside us it will be just highlighted suddenly at some point that why I am trying not to do something which I am actually trying to do. Why I am trying to sabotage my own effort. Why I am trying to demolish my own effort. Like there is myself against myself. And then you will be only oneself. You see? And then you feel, oh my God, thank God. Like now either I do something or I don't. It's not like, oh my, like not like this. There is no trying. Now trying will not be there in your life. You will be just simply doing what you want to do. Even if you succeed, you fail, you learn, you train yourself, like so many things we do. No? So thank you that I feel you understood well. It was a very good, thank you for giving me this space to speak like this. No, thank you. Joki, you wrote, thank you, beloved, for the beautiful pointings. Such a blessing to have you with us. Big hug and timeless love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Joki is here. Thank you, beloved. God bless you. I thank you also, and my blessings to you that you are in such a state that you are here. Thank you for that. It is the blessing and the prasad of our Guru, no? That we are, dancing in joy under this rain. No? We don't need to do much here. We just need to kind of do appropriately, not running too much, not thinking too much, but just available more. Okay, and we are guided somehow. Like we need to be a little bit flexible and just available for truth, for grace. That we are guided. No, it is really like this. Nobody can do the knowing of the truth. We can allow it. No? We can do the true clarity part where we know my doing is not going to help. No? We can just be available here, like, okay, I am available to be guided so that truth is revealed in my heart, in my being. No? And when truth is revealed, we know it is truth, by the way. Even when we are caught up in the mind, we know this is the taste of truth. But then we don't remain here if we are caught up in the mind too much. That course is necessary to be finished. Otherwise, we have a hope that, oh, it's beautiful, it is awakening, but there is something to be attended there again. That we need to take care. Thank you, beloved. God bless you. Thank you. आप ही दंडी, आप तराजू, आप ही बैठा तोलता है. This is the same one who is the weighing scale, and the stick of it, and who is holding it, and who is weighing. The same one weighing itself. Actually, I am just a blessed witness of it, seer of it. It is weighing itself like. Such a blessing. Thank you.
Namaste, Rajee. Just one little thing that you mentioned about self-inquiry in your talk with the one prior to Mila. You said that during the self-inquiry, you were talking to Anna, and you said that you will feel the most disturbance, or your buttons will be pressed. Means you will get more challenged when you are doing self-inquiry.
Yes, and discomfort is felt.
At that time I felt that since we both, since you guided me with the self-inquiry, that is something which I used self-inquiry with less knowledge of it in the prior times, that it got me in fact quieter, like to see that the one who is disturbed is really just a thought. So I just want to clarify my understanding of how does self-inquiry expose more of or bring more disturbance? Am I doing something or am I not understanding something right?
Self-inquiry does not create disturbances, but the one who is doing it experiences discomfort. That's what I said. So what happens is that who is doing the self-inquiry is the self. So self, hey self, inquire into yourself. Know who you are. No, this is what is self-inquiry. No? But what happens is that a self has become outward, like a extrovert too much at the moment. So self keep using thoughts and feelings, emotions and life story to know who I am, you know, and it's not able to turn towards itself really. It looks difficult. It looks like a discomfort is felt when self is trying to pull itself from the habitual way of looking out toward not and then looking in. No? So that is felt like a discomfort, not that there is actual discomfort. Like one way or the other, self tried to jump out of itself, like try to off focus from itself and focus on something else during the self inquiry. That a thought comes that you are the self, and then self will start focusing on it. And then, if you are doing it yourself, you will not feel so much disturbance or anything. I was talking about if you feel with me, if you do self inquiry with me, then I will try to turn your attention again at yourself, and that time you may feel some discomfort. That's what I meant. Individual level of self inquiry is a very comfortable thing. No, not that you feel discomfort or anything. So self will continuously try to not inquire into itself because of its habit of looking out. And this same habit of looking out, we try to break it in meditation also. Look out, but just look. Not looking for anything. Just seeing, but not trying to focus on anything. And then not seeing even, just seeing, just being, just sitting. So we just try to break this habit of outward habit of the self. That same habit is broken more suddenly in a way, more suddenly, like more aggressively in self-inquiry. That's why discomfort. Like, oh, I'm feeling peace now. Don't give up. Don't give up self-inquiry. Oh, I'm feeling joy now. Don't give up self-inquiry, and that's where you may feel discomfort. I'm feeling joy. Why should I give up joy? Because I was searching for joy. Self-inquiry is not about searching for joy. It's not about searching for anything, by the way. Self-inquiry is all about just one single thing, who I am. The self trying to know itself directly within itself, which causes it to turn its attention inward. So question who I am does not tell you who you are. Your attention merging and mixing and coming to yourself and internalizing within the self causes self-awareness. No? Self-awareness is a very internal thing. It is not like there is a person talking to the self, hey self, who you are, and the self telling I am this. Not like this. There's just one single, no, like this. So this is the thing. Thank you. I always found self-inquiry to be actually very useful, very joyful, very joyful. Just don't try to force yourself, but at the same time, when we are caught up in the dream of a person, we will feel stress. We will definitely feel stress and discomfort. We may feel even that I'm going to die or something. Nobody dies, only we discover our eternal nature. But we may feel even sometimes that, oh, it's going to be too strong or something like this. There is no need to do any those things. No? Keep it joyful, real, like actual, factual, aligned, well aligned. We don't need to force ourselves into self-inquiry. If we are forcing, then this is not the right way of doing self-inquiry. Meaning self-inquiry is not for such a person. It means, self-inquiry is a very joyful thing. Just don't tell anybody that I am going to do self-inquiry and after a few minutes I will come back with the self-knowledge. Just don't tell anybody this. That's what happens, that we take a stress too much now after that. No? It's an internal thing. You who is knowing everything, seeing everything, experiencing everything, is kind of not touching any of those things, but more focusing on yourself. And you have not focused on yourself ever in this life, generally speaking, or not so much, that you somehow start feeling some stress already. Like something not natural, something not flowing in a default way, like that. That's normal. When you have been walking only 1 kilometer per day for 10 years and now you start walking 2-3 kilometers per day, you will feel stress or not? Whenever we change, we feel stress or not? This is the most fundamental change. So most fundamental stress is felt also. No? You see, this is the point. Be prepared for it and just check.
One quick thing about this thing, where is my observation in this meeting was it felt like when I let go of all the, like you said, just leave whatever you are seeing, just keep it out and just become aware. Like, ask the question who you are. So the way it gradually, the way I felt it, it felt more like peace and more like centeredness. So is that?
In a way it is, because we are the center of everything, no? We are the center of all of our perception, all of our experiencing, all of our thinking, all of our activity, everything that we are perceiving, we are the center of it, no? So yeah, it's correct. You feel so central actually somehow that at some point even there could be moments where you feel nothing exists anywhere, because you are not paying attention to anything that exists apart from yourself that time, no? Like as if everything is made of emptiness, or there's just emptiness, feels like this. There are moments like this. And then we come back to kind of a natural state of body consciousness, mind consciousness, and then we feel, oh yeah, everything. But now something valuable has been added to you, to the soul. Now you will think, you will be a thinker, you will do, you will be a doer, and yet somehow you will remember that I am a being. It's in some way, This is the power of self-knowing, self-inquiry. Thank you. Yeah, Deepa, we can talk now.
You were talking to Mila about the experience not going away in totality. So it's like the personal attachment to that experience goes away. Is it right?
Can you say a little more?
So it's like that the experience is created because you have personally attached to a certain situation in the circumstances, right? And it keeps you in loop. And then suddenly the same experience is happening and you find yourself not, personally attached even in that moment. And you, like, I have felt it that after the experience has happened, am I emotionally unavailable or something like that? So is it the right thing which is happening? Can you share more about?
It can be like this, not necessarily always like this, but it can be like this. Like what can happen is that you are, let's say, your being is feeling that your being living in the totality, in the samagrata, is feeling that there is no need to be involved in anything right now. Your alertness of the mind is just waiting. If there is a request, I will respond. If there is something need to be done, I will do. No? That time you may feel like this. But it doesn't mean that you are really not available, or that you have gone in some kind of state where your mind cannot function or you cannot respond to life. In totality, you are actually at your best in terms of respond to life. But it may not feel that way. This is the thing. Mostly we are continuously thinking, continuously feeling emotionally life, and believing that this is the only way to respond to life when necessary, and not really. This is the most tiring way of responding to life.
It's like even in the moments of anger, I feel the anger is anchored somewhere.
Yeah. Basically, there's a model of person in which everything happens. And there is a model of being now in which everything will happen also. So you are just getting used to of it now in the way of the being, where everything happens, but it doesn't feel like anything is happening. So you will get used to of it. Like your action will be appropriate. That's why you should not try to make yourself feel your responses. You just start responding, and you will see that others are kind of nicely receiving it. Like their velocity, your bandwidth is quite good, while you don't feel like you are really doing much. It's a new way thing for the mind. Mind does not know how this happens. Like the thing is that the soul was touched by everything that was happening before. Like as if you were living in your balcony of your palace, like a outermost, balcony of your palace. Now you are slowly going deeper, but your functioning continues. And an old habit will feel, oh my God, I'm not standing there right now. Is everything happening nicely? Slowly you will understand the range and the strength of your awareness, of your mind, of your attention and everything. Like even as simple example as a dog is walking like this. Dog does not look at you so much, even when you are trying to throw something at dog, let's say food or something. Dog is just feeling, sensing as the being. And you throw, turns, eats, goes away. You know, it is just that as a human we are more caught up in the mind and senses continuously, not using the wisdom of heart, wisdom of our presence also. No? And wisdom of our presence can be used in practical life, by the way. We just need to align ourselves correctly, not believing that I'm a self and doing whatever we want. Not that way. That's false. That's totally false. Self does not try to do special things. It finds the daily life to be very special when it starts living as itself. No? The daily life itself, the very ordinary daily life is so special actually, because self has no background that I have been living this repetitive life for so long. It has no tiredness also in it, towards it. It is very exciting for it. Like it's like a child, it's like a child. It's like somebody who just woke up from coma or something, no? And everybody knows you, but somehow you don't know anybody. You see, everybody is calling you. Hey, Deepa, you do this. Can you give me this report? Can you finish? Did you finish this task? But you wonder that how do they know me? It's a brand new life when you start waking up, and it start becoming more and more newer and newer every day, up to the point where you realize that I actually have never known anything. Now I am knowing. This is what is true knowing. You need to be present in life to truly know life, know yourself, live, like this. So thank you. God bless you. It's very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ines, you also wrote, thank you so much for this beautiful satsang. Feeling so blessed to be here, especially the self-inquiry with the Diva in the beginning was very helpful to truly enter into this satsang. I am in a bit noisy environment today, so did not raise my hand to speak. Thank you, dear. Very, very nice. God bless you.
Rajee, this is a question from somebody who is watching us via YouTube live stream. Her name is Achala. She is writing, Dearest Rajee, Namaste. Thank you for continued guidance and presence, giving so freely and joyfully. Some years ago, you stood before me, looked deeply and said, you will never awaken. Initially, it sent me into a spin, but conceptually, I understand what that means. It means that the one seeking awakening is itself a concept, a mind construct that I have identified as being me. But this remains concept and intellectual understanding. I am aware that any movement to want the penny to drop means that already I am identified with the false, because in truth, I already am here right now. It is just identifying with created beliefs of who I am that believes that. Is that correct? But still I find myself positioned where I feel I am still caught in concepts. I want to ask, how do I get free? But conceptually, I am already free, so I don't want to hold too tightly to the belief that I need to awaken. But the experience of freedom, awakening, is not yet there. I can drop into a space where it feels like awareness. I do not know how to confirm it, if it is true. But there is just being in this space, no wisdom, no mind, and I wonder if even this space is not true, and you are pointing to that when you said, I would never awaken. Never is a very long time if I hold to what I identify with at the moment. That scares me. But there is a deeper truth behind this, and I want to ask you, how do I get established in this? But that in itself reveals my ignorance and misidentification, going around in circles. Your thoughts would be greatly valued. Much love, Achala.
Oh, thank you, Achala. Nice to hear from you after a long time. What I said that time must be in that context, no? Which I don't remember, by the way. But I can share something now, no? The thing is moving in the circle, to be understood first of all. So we think that we are moving in circle and one day we will not be moving in circle. No, there are two possibilities. One, the circle itself is small or big. The circle of mind is too small for knowing the truth, no? Truth of who we are. So we need to increase the size of the circle. That size of the circle is, we can say, the size of the presence. And then there is something that we know which is beyond the circles. Who is watching the circle? The Lord of the Rings, no? Lord of the Circles, no? So what I would say to you is that your sensing that I am caught up in a circle is correct. Because as soon as we start increasing our circle, we start feeling fresh air and more self-sustained peace or joy. Like a taste of truth. Basically, joy is nothing but taste of truth, without knowing who we are fully. No? So increase your circle, I would say. How to increase the circle? Heart breathing, for example, is a very simple practice which I shared, and it will simply not appeal to you or to anybody who is caught up in the mind. But think, do you have any other option? If you have, go for it. If not, then try this. Then what will happen is that you will simply kind of relax into your bigger space or bigger state of being. Right now, continuously engaged in the thinking, keeping you in a more smaller congested space. No? And as soon as you experience yourself to be in a more bigger space of being, you will start experiencing yourself more than in the smaller circle, and which will cause you to start sensing and remembering the truth of who you are also. Or it will guide you in some way that what is the way to know myself. No? So it is essential to go out of mind. It is essential to know the truth of who we are. It is essential that we should go out of mind. Now, how to go out of mind? 2-3 methods are there. One is the self-inquiry. There is meditation also. Just sitting meditation, which I share, is also another method to go out of mind, come out of mind into the truth of who we are. And obviously our habit of being in the mind and thinking about mind will cause us to think about meditation also. Before we go for it and evaluate that whether I should go for it or not. And even after also, when we are doing it, that time we will be thinking about meditation. Let me do the meditation. This is not meditation. Understand very deeply, very acutely and very correctly what exactly is meditation, which I offer, by the way. I offer the understandings. Meaning in the Zen they say that you are sitting, just sitting and not doing anything. There's a bird outside and making some nice beautiful sound. No? If you can hear it, you are doing something. If you can hear it, you are doing something. You see? So please understand correctly, accurately what is just sitting, for example, in this case, or what is self-inquiry, for example, in this case. I found something in between, which is very powerful, very effective, very joyful, but it requires you to do it. That is heart breathing. You can just find out on the YouTube, it is there. Right now, don't have that kind of inspiration. Heart breathing simply will bring you out into the mind, into your heart, no? From the mind into the heart. And that will actually give you much different perspective, and you will be able to answer your own questions much better. So thank you, Achala. Very, very happy to connect with you like this. Thank you.
Namaste, beloved. You have answered, what I wanted to when Mila asked the question, and Deepa even confirmed it. But what I noticed while you were talking about balance is that the habit was of the mind extremes. I saw myself in extremes, and I can now step back and see, this of the extreme burnout or the extreme laziness. And now, the more I'm sitting with myself, I catch myself, in this point of balance. And what may appear to others, that I'm an extreme, when I see that I am, when the energy is spent, the rest, I can feel the rest. And I see I know I'm touching the past, but when I see my life of the past 3 years of what I have done.
Can I just stop you here for a moment? Because something very important I feel coming up in my heart is that when I say in the totality, in the method of totality, don't save yourself or spend yourself, but don't save yourself. What it means is that when you are spending energy, we are not spending whole of the energy. There is a lot of energy saved because that energy is mixed with the self, and self is defining itself as that with that energy, along with that energy. But if you can spend that energy also, then you cannot imagine the rest that you will feel in the self. Like, oh my God. Like you will fall, you the self will fall into yourself, almost like this. And again, in the practical life, I've experienced this. Like a situation, life situation, work situation where there is no space given to any parameters or any things of body mind that, okay, you are tired, so you can leave the job right now. No tired, day, night, doesn't matter, And then it was experienced like this. Like, my God, how much the self is mixed with the energies and not even aware of it. One thing is self-inquiry. Self-inquiry will detach you from the energies slowly, and you will know the purity of your being. And spending yourself, not saving yourself. This saving yourself is saving yourself and the energies together. Saving the identification, saving the ego. Don't save the ego. Don't save anything. Don't save energy. When you do something, then see what happens. you will return to your original nature, no? While perfection and completion of doings will continue in your life, no? Yeah. So thank you. Please say something if you want to quickly. Then we end this, no?
I feel, what you shared right now, I may have got a glimpse of it, but it could also be a fleeting experience where the work was so intense, it took so much, yet somehow I felt that, somehow this self-talk that, no, I cannot do this extreme because then, I will have no energy left. And then suddenly, I'm like, no, you have the energy to sustain. So let me just go ahead and, complete this. And the satisfaction of this, and you just shared it so beautifully. So thank you so
It
much.
is so amazing, actually, so amazing. You know why we are feeling tired also, by the way? Because we got mixed with these energies, and neither, because of this mixing, because of self defining itself based on energy states, neither the energies are resting nor the self. That's why we feel tiredness. And that's why we feel so deeply rested as we start becoming free. Meditation is a very, very deep rest, very joyful, blissful rest. No? You know? Otherwise, it's like living in a hangover. Like not slept well last night and then again working in the morning, then doing everything and more coffee and more, chocolate and everything so that you remain awake. And then again not sleeping well the following night, and then next morning again same routine. This is what has happened to the soul, what we are calling ego state. No? Totality Samagrata is going to bring the soul back to its more natural, in Hindi we say, Naisargik avastha, like a natural state. No? Where you do energy, you spend energy well, and then you rest well also. No? You see? And there will be time in between when neither you are resting nor you are doing anything. You see? This is the true state of the being, what we experience in actual meditation when we succeed. Neither you are doing anything nor you are not doing anything. No? Like not doing basically means resting. No, self is not resting. Self does not need rest also. Thank you. I think it's very good. Thank you. Thank you. Quickly, very last thing. That is Mila, you wrote that thank you very much for the wonderful satsang and for this for the most helpful answers you gave today. I'm really looking forward to the next retreat, as during the last I really liked what we discovered. True clarity, true joy and true knowing. Thank you. Thank you, Mila, for this for these kind, beautiful words. No, we need to really do something than just thinking. And one meeting like this is good enough to inquire and quickly taste truth, but not enough to really continuously work. That's why I feel that retreat is necessary for it. Like we continuously work every day, committed. That we actually do something about it, not just thinking about it. No? And retreat is for that, and all of you are very welcome to join this retreat in some way as you feel, where we are really going to refine how much clarity can happen actually. How much more clarity can happen in our mind than we have right now. There is a lot of fog happening, lot of guesswork is going on inside the mind, and that all can be reduced or removed and transformed into actual solid clarity. No? And that will give way for us to come home to the joy and to the knowing of who we are. No? Also, thank you, Mila. Thank you. So it was just wonderful, wonderful meeting with all of you. I feel we all are blessed beings to be present in this light and in the grace of Guru, grace of God. Thank you everyone for joining.